Hi everyone. I started an English teaching side hustle when I was 27. Everyone thought I was crazy, including my parents. I said if I go to Japan, I'm going to start an English school. Well, I ended up with a chain of English schools and 200 students, 3 full-time teachers, and myself all teaching many classes, 4 branches. So how did that start? Well, that started with an idea, and it started with reading a lot of positive thinking books and not listening to people who said this idea is crazy. If you're watching this video, you're different, and you can see things that other people can't see. So don't listen to them, okay? If they have some practical things to help you solve some problems, sure, but they can't see what you see. So just start. I just started in my girlfriend's apartment, and then it slowly grew and grew and grew. And once I allowed children's classes, I didn't want to teach children at first. It boomed, so it went crazy, and we ended up with 125 students. So we started very small, not a lot of expenses. It was already in her apartment. I didn't rent a new building or anything like that. I think the way you start a side hustle is start with what you have, and if you don't have it, then spend a minimal amount of money on whatever you need. You don't want to spend a lot of money before you know if it's going to work or not. So I just started in her apartment, taught a few students at a table. We sat on cushions, and that was it. And then slowly it got bigger and bigger, and I thought I better get a table and chairs. So we did that, and then I got a whiteboard. But that was after things were booming. We had a lot of students, probably 50 students or more at that point. I had $200,000 in the bank at age 28. People paid up front for the year, and it was amazing. It didn't last totally, but it still was a lucrative business for about 20 years, which is great. Jeff Bezos says that most businesses don't last beyond 20 years, I believe is his quote. So yeah, the things I learned, start small, keep expenses down, test it out, which is what I did. I had a few students at a table. I thought, well, there's somewhat of a market. Slowly expand as you're proven right. Don't spend a lot of money on something until you know that it's going to work. Networking is so important, developing that connection. We opened a second school, and I had thought everything I touched would turn to gold. It didn't. That was a new area. No one knew us. We did get some students, but it was not like before. And the mistake I made too was it was a bit too close to the first branch of our English school. So yeah, that never did very well. We didn't lose money, but I don't know, maybe broke even or made a little bit of money. But it was a good learning experience. So yeah, you really need to develop some connections and yeah, as I say, network with people and start small, keep your costs down. So that's my little case study on my English school chain.